Based on DC's Hellblazer series, the 2005 comic book flick Constantine became an unlikely cult favorite, despite changing just about everything from the source material in order to fit star Keanu Reeves. Yet despite its popularity, there's still no sign of a second installment in the franchise. Here's a look at why we never got to see a Constantine sequel. Keanu Reeves wasn't interested. After the original film was released, director Francis Lawrence said that he wanted to do a sequel, and following the success of his 2007 hit I Am Legend, he had the clout to make it happen. Just one problem. Reeves didn't want to do any sequels, ever, because he said he hadn't played any parts interesting enough to revisit.
God, I hate this part.
Since then, he's changed his tune, stating in the 2014 Reddit Ask Me Anything session that, "I love Constantine too. I loved playing John Constantine. I wish there was a sequel with me in it." Now you tell us. It wasn't a hit. Most comic book movies seem to fall into one of two categories: gigantic mega blockbusters like The Avengers, or complete box office disasters like Green Lantern.
I know, right?
But Constantine fell into the middle ground, earning $230 million worldwide against a $100 million budget. That's a decent return, but not spectacular enough to ensure a sequel would get made, especially since the franchise's R rating effectively ruled out the teenagers who usually make up the target audience for comic book films. Sure, if Constantine had done Deadpool numbers, a sequel would have gotten the green light on opening weekend, but it didn't.
Okay guys, let's get out there and make a difference. You know what to do.
The pitch got tossed. Constantine director Francis Lawrence had tried a few times to get a sequel off the ground, using a script called Through the Eye of the Needle by the screenwriter of the original film, Frank A. Capello. The plan for the sequel, which reportedly was based on an original idea rather than a story from the comics, was to do a smaller film with a $35 million budget and to make it a hard R, which sounds pretty awesome for a movie about an occult detective.
Fresh meat. Finger licking good.
Unfortunately, the suits didn't find it as interesting as Lawrence, and the studio passed. Maybe it was all just a test.
It's only in the face of horror that you truly find your noblest self.
The Constantine TV show flopped. After plans for the sequel went nowhere, Warner Brothers decided to go a different direction with the property. The result, a Constantine TV series, which debuted on NBC in 2014. Starring Matt Ryan, the show took a somewhat more faithful approach to the character, but it was still canceled after just 13 episodes. The character has since appeared in a guest role on the CW's Arrow, so even though the show is no longer around, the existence of a competing version of the property still muddies the waters for any possible film sequel. It may be rebooted. One of the most exciting projects in the DC cinematic universe is the proposed Justice League Dark movie, which features John Constantine as part of a group of supernatural types who tackle mystical threats the regular Justice League isn't equipped to handle. That opens a big can of worms in terms of Constantine 2. Sure, Reeves might be up for a sequel, but would he want to play the character as part of an ensemble superhero movie? If not, it's very possible the character will be recast, making a reboot more likely than the sequel. Sure, Constantine was able to defeat Satan, but there's one thing even he can't beat: Hollywood. Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.